Hey guys, it's Dr. Sam Robbins. Today I've got an important topic for guys who want to basically gain a ton of muscular weight and bulk up. Now, of course, most people are always trying to lose weight. However, there are lots of people, especially guys, maybe younger ones, who desperately want to gain weight. Not necessarily fat, but to gain muscular weight, and maybe a little bit of fat is okay as well. Now, they basically want to bulk up and fill out, right? So they feel maybe more manly, or they feel stronger, or more simply just more confident. And trust me, I know a lot about this topic, so I'm going to give you the real formula for gaining muscular weight, no matter what you've tried. You see, when I first started working out, I was 6'1" and I weighed 145 pounds. So yeah, really skinny. However, after 6 months, I actually lost weight and weighed only 130 pounds. So I lost 15 pounds. Now, I basically looked like, I had cancer or something, right? I was just so skinny. I did all the wrong things because of all the stupid bodybuilding magazines. It was just full of wrong information. However, after years of making a ton of mistakes and testing and tweaking and learning, I finally have gotten my current body weight at around 205 pounds, right? And it's lean year round, and I'm 6'3". So I'm not really big. I just don't have the genetics to get really big. However, I look good. Look, even Arnold Schwarzenegger said that if he never worked out, he would probably weigh 225 pounds. Why? Because he just has big bones. He's got a big frame. And I have small joints and small wrists and so forth. Anyways, to make a long story short, I've gained about 70 pounds of muscle naturally. And of course, it took a while, but now I can keep it year round for a lot less effort. I've basically been around this weight for a solid 10, 15 years, maybe even longer. And so can you. And with that said, let's get started with part one, which is your diet on how you can gain muscular weight. And then part two will be your workouts. So the skinny guy typically has a somatotype of an ectomorph, right? Now, whatever they do, they can't ever seem to gain weight. These are the skinny guys, right? Tall and skinny. Now, some are skinny fat, and then some are skinny lean. But either way, they're just skinny and will feel and look better with some extra muscular weight. Now, the skinny ectomorph has a fast metabolism. They typically have an increase in thyroid hormones or hyperthyroid, and they tend to have a lot more nervous energy, right? They can't ever seem to just sit and relax. And they also tend to have higher levels of adrenal stimulation and stress hormones, such as cortisol. Thus, they are in a constant state of catabolism. And this means breaking down of tissue, both muscle and fat. This is why they just can't simply gain weight. This, in turn, actually lowers their primary anabolic hormone, which is testosterone. So they have a hard time building muscle. So let's get started with the most anabolic substance that you can take. It's on the planet, and that's food. Listen, I don't care what kind of workouts you do or what drugs you take. You'll never gain lots of weight unless you eat. All right. The skinny guys are always telling me, I eat everything in sight. And for some of you, you may. That's true. However, doing so for 1 or 2 or even 3 meals doesn't count for you guys. You need to eat more and a lot more. I'm talking about all day long. This means 6, 7, 8, and sometimes 9 meals daily. Basically, you have to force feed yourself. I suggest 4 solid meals and 4 liquid meals. Yes, that's a total of 8 meals. And yes, you do this every day, every week, every month, year after year until you reach your goal. Basically, start low, right? And build up. Every week, add in some more calories or another meal. Take it easy on your digestive tract, but keep adding. And here's the breakdown. First of all, you have your carbohydrates. And I suggest about 60% of your diet to be carbs. This is going to be the majority of your calories, right? Now, I could say eat whatever you want, but let's try to keep it healthy, all right? Eat lots of rice, potatoes, pasta, and healthy breads, right? Forget the vegetables, guys. Listen, they take up too much space in your stomach and they're just too low in calories. It's okay to drink your calories, have fruit juice, okay? But no soda, or anything with high fructose corn syrup. That tends to convert the food more towards fat rather than energy and muscle, all right? Also, eat lots of dried fruit because they're very calorically dense. Next, we have protein. You should about 25% of your calories. Now, because you're eating so many carb calories, you don't need as much protein. Carbs spare protein. Besides, protein is hard to digest and you want fast digesting food so you can keep eating all day long. Eat whatever protein you like. Now, typically I'm not a fan of chicken, but it's easy to digest, so go ahead. But have more thigh meat instead of breast because it's higher in fat and calories. Also, eat meat, whether it's beef or bison, again, pasture raised if you can, whole eggs and salmon. Those are the best. You can also eat lots of protein powder. Whey isolate is the best. I won't even bother with any of the other ones. It's fast digesting, no sugars or lactose, so it's easy on your stomach. And then you have fats. I suggest about 15% of your calories with fats. You see, fat is good because it's very dense and high in calories. The only problem is that it also slows down digestion, so it makes it very harder to eat 6 to 9 times daily. However, you should still get some from your fattier meats, such as, again, fatter cuts of meat, also some whole eggs. You can add in some nuts and seeds and healthy oils, such as Udo's flaxseed oil or macadamia, olive, and coconut oil. You can just put the fat on your meals, or if you want to cook with it, you can do so with the macadamia or coconut oil. Those are the best ones. Those two are the best to cook with. And I typically suggest having more fats later in the day before bed, since you won't be eating for a few hours anyway. And you can also put fat in your shakes. Now, speaking of shakes, shakes are great because they are fast digesting, all right? And they're easy to prepare. Listen, you're going to get tired of cooking and eating and chewing and digesting all that food. So have shakes often. Throw in some fruit juice, right? Some fruits and oats and nuts and maybe some almond butter and definitely the whey isolate for the protein. Take some oils in there, whatever else you want. Make it tasty and have 3 or 4 of these daily, in between, or sometimes even add it at the end of the meal. I prefer you do not have dairy though. All right. That means no milk or ice cream because for most people, it's just hard to digest and causes stomach discomfort, right? Especially with all you're going to be calories, it's going to hurt more. Whey isolate, again, is the best. That's the only protein source you're going to need. So there you have it, right? The basic idea here is that all of this is you just simply need to eat more, all right? You need to force feed it. You should feel almost kind of nauseated at times because you're so full and you got to keep eating. Please do not go by how you feel or if you're hungry. Plan it and schedule it and eat every 2 to 3 hours, no matter what. Bring food with you wherever you go. I used to pack a bunch of meals when I was going to school, and this includes, the college years, the university, the medical school, all those years I had food with me. And I would also have, a bunch of pre-made shakes or maybe at least one pre-made shake, and I'd put it in the fridge. And when I'd get up in the middle of the night, to go pee or something, I drink it and then I go back to sleep. And also there's supplements you can take, but I suggest you stick to real food and maybe just, again, a good whey protein isolate. And if you want, I'd add in some digestive enzymes, to help digest all this food, and that's it. Assuming your testosterone levels are optimal, you'll have no problem gaining weight as long as you stay patient and persistent. Don't expect miracles after a few weeks. It's got to take months for your body to adjust. Now, in my next video, I'll discuss the workouts you need to do. So make sure you subscribe to this channel if you aren't already, and don't forget to click that bell icon so you'll be notified when the next videos are released so you don't miss it. And if you're interested in boosting your testosterone levels and optimizing your muscle building hormones to speed up your results with all that food you're eating, you can visit the link below this video in the description area. Okay, so now go eat some food. All right. Thanks for listening and have a happy and healthy day.